Hi, I'm Liz Parker-Kuhn, Senior Editor, Candy Industry. Today we are talking to Annie Streit, Chief Sales Officer at Joyride. Thanks for being here today with us.
Thanks so much for having me, Liz.
So to start off, we're talking about reduced sugar candy this month. So what are some consumer trends and behaviors in the reduced sugar candy category?
Yeah, I love this question because it assumes that the reduced sugar candy category operates differently, right? I would say that the trend in reduced sugar candy category is number one, the same as it is in the candy category, which is like candy is supposed to be wildly fun and delicious. And so in better for you, those same two criteria, right? Wildly fun and better and incredible tasting, are really the two things that are on fire. And then there are some like better for you credentials that also matter, whether that's reduced sugar, probiotic fiber, any benefits that are included. Those are all great things, but they have to come in addition to just delightfully tasting candy first, right? And then I would say the other thing that is really interesting today is I don't know that better for you credentials are being thought of as much anymore as like an add-on. It's almost a mainstream trend at this point. Consumers are expecting more out of candy, just like they are out of other categories. And so the opportunity for us to deliver that incredible taste with those better for you expectations, I think that is the real trend.
I was reading an article, I forget what it was, and someone actually said that exact thing. It might have been a snack article, actually, and people were saying consumers are expecting more, like better for you is now the norm versus like something different, if that makes sense.
I think that's so true. And I think that's showing up when you look at sort of the consumption trends, right, within the category. You're now seeing that better for you inside of the candy category is actually the fastest growing segment. So it's no longer a niche trend. It's really driving, right, the total category result.
Yes, definitely. And then you kind of just answered that, but as an additional question to the first question, for trends and behaviors, can you talk about like flavors, ingredients, buying consumption occasions, things like that?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of really interesting ingredient trends happening in the category right now. One is consumers want more out of texture. So that sort of dual texture or snap to chew. We recently launched an innovation that is called Zips. We have a sour and a fruity version, and it's really like a crunchy outer shell and then a chewy interior. That dual texture is really popular and on trend right now. I would also say, linking back to the first question, there are some really great better for you ingredients that still drive towards mainstream delicious taste results. That could be anything from probiotic fiber, right, which doesn't have a taste impact, but gives a really delightful, like soft texture. Or that could be natural flavors that deliver on bold, expected candy flavors. Or even like there used to be a trade-off in lower sugar candy where people were using sugar alcohols, right, which left sort of that aftertaste. And now there are sugar replacements that are delicious and just deliver on that exact same candy experience that we're expecting. So I think between those two things, sort of that texture that consumers are looking for being increasingly interesting and having some complexity, and these better ingredients that don't require any taste trade-offs, those are the two things that I'm seeing being really trend forward.
Okay, that makes sense. And then similarly, how does Joyride work to keep up with current consumer interests?
Oh, we are so fortunate, Liz. We have a co-founder who initially became famous, right, as a YouTube creator, Ryan Trahan. He's a co-owner here at Joyride. And because of Ryan, we have this just unbelievably engaged community. So we've got over 2 million folks that follow us digitally that we can literally tap into to understand what they're looking for, what they're excited about. And we really treat our brand communication through those channels in that way. It's a conversation with our fans. And so as much as we might seek trends in data or might seek trends in industry, where we're really seeking trends or learning new information is directly from our fan community and them telling us what they want.
That's interesting to me because I do a lot of these interviews and I ask similar questions admittedly each time. And people are always like, oh yeah, we always like go on social media and we look around. But I think you're the first person who said we engage with the fans directly and kind of have a conversation with them, which is cool.
We do. There's actually this unbelievable example where Ryan was on a flight. There was a young man named Pablo who was sitting next to him, and Pablo just hand drew this incredible package of a mango kiwi flavor that he wished existed that didn't. And Ryan came back, brought this idea to the team, and we hand created a flavor for Pablo that Ryan delivered in a video, just as like this incredible special fan moment. And while that might be an extreme example, right, of how flavor innovation could come, we definitely rely on our community and their feedback to get ideas.
Yeah, that's awesome though. My next question doesn't have to be a Joyride innovation, but have you seen any notable innovations in reduced sugar candy recently?
Yeah, I do think that dual texture is really meaningful. That like snap to chew, that is one trend that I'm really seeing. The other thing that I'm seeing is initially reduced sugar candy was really in a one person offering. So if you think about, a core bag or a core consumption bag, maybe it was really intended for one consumer or one occasion. And now I think because it's becoming so much more mainstream, I'm seeing reduced sugar candy in all kinds of pack formats. We just launched a variety pack a couple of months ago, and we're really seeing that being used for party occasions or lunchbox occasions in a different, smaller size format. And so I do think this occasion variety or number of places where our consumers are finding value and having Joyride with them has been really meaningful as the category has grown.
Yeah, something else to add to that list. I think I received a bag of that at Sweets and Snacks. I was saying how I really like Joyride and my husband does, and I keep the little ones at my desk because it's great to just have. I'm like, I just want something small, I don't want it to be super sugary, but I want something fun to brighten up my day, kind of. So I'll just grab.
What a wonderful treat, and thanks for the business, Liz.
Yep. And then I know you mentioned the zips and some other ones, but do you have any other recent or upcoming launches to share coming out this year?
Yes. So recent launches. Just a couple of months ago, we launched a couple of variety packs to meet that lunchbox occasion. The same thing you've got sitting on your desk, all consumers can get now. And then we launched a couple of really like bites, poppable bites. So that is the zips, both the fruity and the sour. And that sour is unbelievably sour. I think it's the most sour product we make. I love it. And then we also have a chews product that is an individually wrapped taffy-like bite that's really delicious. So that sort of takes some of our historical fan favorites like strips and ropes and gives consumers an occasion to pop them into when you're just hand snacking.
Okay, sounds good. And then last question might be hard to answer. What is your favorite Joyride product to enjoy?
Oh, it is only hard to answer, and that my answer might change in any given month. Right now, I am totally addicted to our rainbow strips. They just came out in the spring, and they are a like true classic, historic, fun 5 color strip. The actual flavor is called rainbow, and it definitely delivers. And it just brings me back to like summer days as a kid where, you're eating all sorts of rainbow things from popsicles to chewy candy to sour. And this just brings all of that together in one like really tasty, delightfully sour with this like super sweet finish. And the colors are gorgeous. So I would say that's my favorite now.
That's a good one. I actually have that at my desk as well. I had to like fight my husband for them. Not really, obviously, but like I had to I think I got that at Sweets and Snacks and I just had the one bag. I was like, you can have some. And he takes out like a whole thing and I'm like, no, put it
No,
back.
too much.
Too much. No, I didn't say that, but I was just like, that's a lot. Like I want to keep these in my desk.
I know they are so good. You can buy them now on the market, Liz. I'll send you a list of retailers where you can get them.
Okay, I'll check it out. And I think that's all the time we have for today, but thanks again for being here today with us.
Pleasure to meet you.